Okay, horror fucks. We're gonna call this another movie that I chose to throw on in the background while I was crafting part 2. I went with 825 Forest Road because I've heard mostly negative reviews about this movie. I've heard a couple more positive ones that were compelling. So I was definitely intrigued based on everything I was hearing. I was like, is it that bad? Now, for the record, normally I do like to give movies my undivided attention, but I also love to make shit, and I love background noise. So I reserve these types of movies for that. I will also say, this is probably a horror hot take, I guess. I don't know if it is. Hell House LLC, and I'm talking about all of them, they're alright. I enjoyed them. They were cool. But I am not necessarily over the moon about them either. I'll watch them again at some point, but I'm not like, oh my god, when's the next one coming out? Da-da. That's just not me. So when I saw that this was that director, I didn't really care all that much. I'm gonna tell you the truth. But this is also kind of embarrassing. I had to look up the plot of this movie even though I just watched it. That probably tells you something. So this follows a brother, his wife, and his sister. I just called him brother. Who gives a fuck? That's where I'm at this week, you guys. So they all move into this house together because they had lost their mother in a tragic accident. Brother is considerably older than sister, and she's starting her first semester in college, so he's like, okay, you can stay here until you get your shit together at school. Well, they come to find out that something is haunting this town, and it is causing some of the residents to unalive themselves. Okay, so the reason I couldn't really remember the plot is because it just kind of goes all over the place, to be honest. Let me start with the positives, though. I did enjoy the house itself. I love old-ass houses, that's my jam. And the mannequin was creepy, although not really enough to hold the whole movie with its creep factor. And I did like the whole telling the story from the different characters' point of view. That's always cool. But that also made it kind of more convoluted and just kind of felt all over the place, to be honest. Now, this won't really give anything away, but one realization I had during watching this movie is that anytime a map is involved in a horror movie, it just amounts to a hilariously bad time. That's my favorite part in the Blair Witch Project, is when they're like, dude, where are we going? He's like, I threw the map in the river 3 days ago. What else was I supposed to do? And I had a similar experience with this movie when the one character is like, map, spread them out. There you go. I'm like, wow, that was easy. So, not a great movie. I wasn't up in arms mad at it. It wasn't the worst movie I've ever seen by any means, but what I have come to realize is if you ask me 5 years from now, hey Alexis, what did you think of 825 Forest Road? I'll tell you, it's a movie I saw one time and I don't really remember shit about it. So, that's my review. It is on Shudder if you care. If not, don't. I don't care. Have a good day. Peace.